Hey everybody, it's David W. Stock here. Listen, thanks for showing an interest in setting goals. It's a very important first step. I know for myself, I've never achieved anything of any value without setting goals first. Uh, it's an unusual time right now. It's mid 2020, and to say that the world has turned upside down in the last few months would probably be a bit of an understatement. But honestly, I can't think of a better time for me to redesign my life. And I'm going to start by setting some goals. And I want to take you along for the journey here. I've assembled everything that I know about goal setting from my whole life of setting goals and put it all in a nice little package for you here. So I hope you can get some value out of it. But listen, there's a lot to cover here. I'm going to show you a tool called the Wheel of Life, which is a great little tool to just give me a visual of where everything's at in every area of my life all at once. I can just look at it, get a visual picture of that. And then I'm going to show you how I get into a good emotional state for goal setting. There's a right emotional state and a wrong emotional state for goal setting. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you some of the visualization techniques that I use in my goal setting, and I'm going to show you the power of questions in goal setting. I ask a lot of questions, and the questions are just super powerful in your goal setting. So, but I know that for some of you, maybe you're not quite ready for all that. I know that for some of you, you might be experiencing some overwhelm, some procrastination, or some stress. And those three things, stress, procrastination, and overwhelm, are all three fear-based emotions, and the result of those three emotions is no action. And so if you're in that state, and then the other one on the other side is depression. That's a sadness-based emotion that also results in no action. And so if you feel like you're stuck in your life, it might be one of those four things. It can be depression, or it could be procrastination, stress, or overwhelm. And if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like you're stuck, then you're probably not quite ready to just dive right into the course right away here. So but to be honest with you, I'm a little bit in that place myself, and so I'd like to get myself moving so that I can serve you better too, and myself as well, for setting these goals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a tiny goal right now. I'm going to just think of the last week of my life, everything that I've done, and I know that there's some things that I can change and I can do better. And I'm just going to pick the tiniest one. This is like, there's a mountain to move in my life, but I'm not going to look at the mountain. I'm not even going to look at the big boulders that I have to move the mountain. I'm going to look down at my feet, and I'm going to pick up the tiniest pebble, and I'm going to move it. So I know that I have a habit of going on Netflix at 8 p.m. at night, and so I'm going to stop that. That's a small thing that I can do right now. I can do it today. And how I'm going to do it is I'm going to replace it with something. I'm going to read a book instead. I've got a book that I'm reading, personal development book. I'm going to do that instead of going on Netflix tonight, and I'm going to read until bedtime instead of watching Netflix. So I'm going to get my Google Calendar. I'm going to grab my phone, put it in my Google Calendar, and schedule it in 8 p.m. reading. 8 p.m. reading in my Google Calendar. And that way, if I forget, and then it's going to be recurring in there too. So it's every night at 8 p.m. reading. It's going to come up in my notifications, and then I can't forget that I set this goal, and I have no choice but to achieve it, honestly. And really, just the act of setting that goal, putting it in my Google Calendar, it's not even 8 o'clock yet, and I feel like I achieved something. So it's a simple thing to do, simple little exercise. Find the smallest thing in your life and make that change right now. Do it right now. Do something about it right now, even if it's just putting it in your Google Calendar. If it's something that has to wait until a little bit later, do something. Do something right now. And that'll give you a little momentum, and then we can move on to the next thing here. All right. Thanks for watching.